Hello there guys, and welcome back to the channel. So we're back again with war number 7. Now it's still technically going on, but the result is clear enough for us to record the video and upload it. So new nations going up against a League of Extraordinary Champions. They placed in Platinum 1 the season prior, but needless to say, in this fight we are the favorites. They are the underdogs. They are about 80 mil alliance, and new nations about 100 if I check correctly. But still, they obviously have plenty good champions, and also we still need to get our job done, clear the path without dying. So far, I have died once in the first half of the season. Let's see how the second half of the season goes. And I'm going to be using Nimrod, CGR, and Magneto House of X. Obviously, Magneto is going to be pretty much just for the pre-fights. We are on path 9 to start off, and then we're going to be on path 9 in section 2 again. Path 9 is kind of like a fairly frequent path for me these days already. And yep, first fight is the Void. Now, the Void fight is always extremely easy and painless, but risky, because as soon as something is going to go wrong, you can die very, very quickly, regardless who you're using. I do personally still think CGR is by far the best option. You just need to know the rotation, you need to put on proper power boosts, and you cannot go in with full suicide masteries. You need to go in either without them at all, or only with double edge without the liquid courage, so you do not get that poison debuff at the start. Other than that, the rotation is super simple. Parry, heavy, parry, finish combo with light, let the power again start working, parry, finish a combo with medium, drop your level 2, should put you in the range for level 3. So that's exactly what you're going to see here. Parry, heavy. Now I'm going to be slightly slower than I normally am here, because typically I just dash in after the heavy attack, but it's still all good. So here I'm dropping my level 2. As we can see, fortunately the poison phase has started, so I did get a poison on and the Void's debuff as well, but it's fine because they hardly did any damage. He's at 18%, we're going to drop level 3, and this level 3 is going to finish off the fight. So a textbook fight, pretty much about as safe as it can be. And Void is down right here and right now. Next up is Havoc, and for that we have Nimrod. Now, insult to injury does make this node typically much harder. However, obviously Nimrod's ability accuracy cannot be reduced by mutant champions, so at least he can ignore that node. But everything else considered, we do need to remember that Havoc does have very high energy resistance, which means Nimrod will be doing less damage. And because of that, he might not go down with a single level 2, especially because I'm only running half the recoil tree with double edge, no liquid courage. And the job is to get to level 2 as quickly as possible, basically. Now he throws his special one here, I don't mind at all. But that's why in this fight, it's also quite important to get as many armor ups as you can before you do throw that level 2. Which is exactly what I'm trying to do here. I'm at 14, 16 armor ups. And I'm just going to go for it now. Away that heavy. Throw that level to 16 armor up. So I do get significant boost in attack. But even with all that extra energy resistance, one level 2 is enough. I didn't need to throw the level 1 to get the energy vulnerability. And Nimrod is just an animal. That's all I can say. Now, this Vision Arc is, again, a very popular placement and a very, very dangerous placement. Because of Schadenfreude node, as soon as you get a debuff on you, that cold snap is going to be eating away at you like crazy. The same principle with Void. As soon as you get that damaging, or in case of Void, any debuff on you, you take a ton of damage. In case of Vision Arcus, as soon as you get that cold snap here, you're going to be eating a ton of damage. And obviously, what complicates this fight typically is the fact that he can shrug off debuffs. That's why I have Magneto House of X pre-fight, because he cannot shrug off passive stun. Double checking rest of the nodes, nothing else to be worried about. So obviously it's the hazard shift. So I do want to nuke him as soon as possible. And here we're also going to see one annoying aspect of Vision Arcus, because typically you kind of perfectly distribute your power to a point where opponent doesn't have a chance to use their level 1 before you get to your level 2. But because of Vision Arcus' power gain, he actually could throw off his level 1. And I nearly triggered Dex there, and that could have complicated things. All that being said, I still nuked him down pretty quickly. It lost a third of our health to him, but, you know, it's nothing a couple of potions won't fix. I have been, you know, fairly good in terms of my potion usage. I'm fairly well stocked up, so I'm not stressing about it much at all. Anything I spent in this war, I could quite easily replenish today. And then the next fight, here actually somebody called me, so my recording got interrupted, but it's fine. We still managed to record the next fight, and that is going to be Apocalypse, One-Eyed Open, and Hazard Chip Shock and Bleed node. So I applied Magneto House of X pre-fight here, and it's Nimrod. Now, Magneto House of X pre-fight also lets me completely ignore One-Eyed Open node, so I do not need to worry about waiting for stun timers to expire or anything of the sort. Makes this fight ever so much easier. Now he's in his bleed phase. I'm just gonna go and clap him a bit right now. Need to build up to my level 2. Again, with a rank 4 SIG 200 Nimrod, I don't quite feel that I have to throw my level 1 in these fights. I think level 2 directly is, you know, good enough. So he throws his level 2 here. Not that I particularly care. It's the shock phase, so I might as well just slowly but surely get some more armor ups. I do get tapped a little bit, but Nimrod doesn't care. I drop my level 2, and that's enough to kill him. Man, Nimrod is such a monster. And then the final fight, I actually had to wait for the next energy, which I did here, and that unfortunately meant reboosting, because for this boost in Cosmic Ghost Rider, you really do need a proper set of boosts right here. And this is Bishop, but last time I was dealing with a rank 4 Bishop. This time it's a rank 3, so I actually could have probably gotten away with using 150% boost, but I chose to use the 200% boost because this is the fight that caught me last time around. There were, you know, more things that disturbed me from doing that fight well enough. But here's the plan, as always. Parry heavy, finish with the light, finish with the medium, and go for that level 2. And we're going to see that this time around, crit RNG is decent. I get all the way back to 3 bars of power. He's at 39% health. And boom. That's going to be 1 dead Bishop. So I didn't take a screenshot of the current status of the war, but we are ahead. League of Extraordinary Champions have given away fair amount of deaths. They are, you know, doing good job clearing all the map. I think they are at about 20 deaths. And New Nation this time around somehow magically is sticking to 1 death, and our BG has yet to die. So hopefully we're gonna finish with a donut in BG3, but it's quite clear that we're gonna win this match. And this certainly wasn't, you know, as stressful of a war from the get-go. And it's been quite a while since we get a match like that. And given how horrible our season started, it's quite, I'm not gonna say relaxing, nice, not to have that stress pressure, that feeling that, you know, we're scrubbing it up again. But that's War 7. So we still have 5 wars left in the season. Hopefully we can finish in the top half of the Masters, because that at least gives some clunk of rank 4 materials. But again, the rewards themselves in Alliance War, I really hope they get rewound quite soon. But that has been my war, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm going to catch you guys later. See ya. Hello there guys, and welcome back to the channel. So we have all the information about